Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here with a news update about Pokemon butts. I never thought I'd be able to say that in a valid context. Well then, anyway, there is the Hip Hop Parade Pokemon line that has been announced for sale in Japan. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it does bring up quite a lot of discussion opportunity about what this product merchandise line actually means. So initially you might think, well, it seems like one of those cool logo designs, or not cool, but you know, one of those fancy logo designs where there's like an animal or some kind of picture in the front and then you kind of have its backside on the back. And then you kind of realize that, no, the product marketing line is going to be primarily about the butts in this case. That there's coin purses, that there's key rings, that there's all kinds of things that really are about the backside of a Pokemon. And that's where things start to get interesting, because if you think about it from a consumer confidence kind of standpoint, Pokemon must be doing really well in Japan if anything can sell. Like, if this does really well in Japan, that means like people love Pokemon no matter where you go and however you break it down, which is always a good thing. And also, if you think about it, maybe it's cute to kids, or maybe it's kind of funny, or maybe it's adorable to younger audiences that haven't had their innocence destroyed by the internet. If you try to break down this, it seems like they're going all in with Pokemon butts. Oh my god, that's the worst joke ever, isn't it? Anyways, they have all kinds of merchandise, from coffee mugs to purses to coin purses to keychains to bath towels to anything, even underwear, school binders. Is that like, are those binders? Like, we have a pretty full lineup. We also have the front and the back of the Pokemon. Sometimes they look frustrated, like they're stuck in something. So it does give you a lot of different opportunities to accessorize in a way. And then like the Pikachu underwear and these Pokemon binder things are kind of interesting. But also at the same time, it's hard to say you appreciate your Pokemon butt merchandise and not come off as weird. So it's in one of those weird places, because the way that they did it, the art style, it's kind of cutesy, has a little bit of adorableness because it's meant for that younger audience. It's kind of meant to be like a haha tee-hee kind of thing, and you know, it works out that you have like the little floofy tail of a Growlithe, or you know, it's just Pikachu. There's iconic parts to all the Pokemon that you see right here, and that's kind of the breakdown. And then, you know, when we look at some of the other merchandise, we have, you know, Piplup stuck in a cup, so it also looks like the Pokemon are stuck or they're enjoying themselves. It's kind of all over the place, and the merchandising seems pretty well for it. I think those are even magnets over here. Either way, there's plushes, there's all kinds of fun stuff going on with this, and I kind of want it to be a success. And as weird as that sounds, like, I wanted to make this video because people are reacting to it in really crazy ways. My Facebook has blown up, my Twitter has blown up. There's a cheeseburger article on it that has like a terrible like to dislike ratio, that if I can get it in screen, yeah, 49 likes to 166 dislikes. So people are like, ooh, Pokemon butts, furries ruin everything, when really they're not trying to appreciate it for the actual like intent that the marketing is going for right here. That it can be an innocent thing, and it can be a very interesting kind of thing, but for a younger audience, it might make sense. It might actually accessorize, and especially for Japan. Japan has an interesting culture, to say the least. So something like this is very tolerated. And then at the bottom of the cheeseburger article, we're not sure we would sport these moneymakers, but we can't deny that they are a little bit cute. Yeah, that's kind of the design going on here. So since everyone's blown up about it, you know, I might as well get my thoughts in. I think it can be successful. I think it has potential, and obviously a lot of work was put into making this something that people would want to wear around. And depending on how you do it, like, I think having just a raw keychain would be weird and nonsensical, but having like the bags, they look nice, and then the coffee mugs, they make more sense once you have the front and the back of the Pokemon. But for some reason, the marketing on this, or like the announcement, they just want to show off the butts. I'm starting to run out of descriptive words, because it's just kind of, yeah, when you break it down. So some people, you know, if you don't think it's weird, it's not too weird. And I mean, you can also see like parents, well, moms are probably going to be okay with this, like, oh, it's such a cute little tushy kind of embarrassing mom things. So I mean, I can definitely see the appeal for younger audiences, and even older audiences that can be mature about tasteful Pokemon ass. So I mean, how funny would that be, that your friend comes over, you're like, oh, you want some coffee? Here, have it out of this Pikachu butt mug, and then you have butt towels and stuff. So I mean, I think that there can be an older audience, as long as you just kind of look past what it is and appreciate that it's more of a humble thing that Pokemon is trying to get at. But it's whether or not everyone else takes to it as kindly, because that's what I mean, like people having mixed response to this. So it is kind of an interesting thing to discuss. So I want to see what you guys' comments are down below. Tell me what you think of it. too weird for Pokemon, it makes sense because Japan does weird things. Or you know what, it is kind of adorable and maybe it works as an accessorizing thing for a younger audience that isn't going to be mentally destroyed by just trying to imagine Pokemon butts. So if you guys enjoyed the video, that's news update about some interesting stuff going on in Japan. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you for watching.